Now, coverage you can count on. This is News Channel 11 at 10.
I Beat Pete tomorrow night at 10. Backhoe basketball. We use this mammoth piece of machinery to scoop up basketballs and then drop them in a bucket. It's much tougher than it looks. Part 2, taking a softball and dunking it in 3 cones. It's all part of the equipment rodeo taking place this coming weekend. I Beat Pete tomorrow night on the news at 10. And if you have a challenge, I Beat Pete at kcbd.com. We have some open spots.
Okay, thank you, Pete.
Sports coverage you can count on. This is News Channel 11 Sports with Pete Christie.
Time for I Beat Pete, and this week's interesting challenge includes backhoe basketball. Let's meet this week's challengers.
Jared Stanley, Yellow House Machinery.
And what's this week's challenge?
It's going to be backhoe and mini excavator rodeo. We've got some different events. We're going to take basketballs off the top of the cones and put them in the bucket, and then we're going to drop a softball down in the cones with the mini excavators.
Who comes up with this stuff?
It's taken us a while, but we sit around and try to come up with something.
Well, you got a big event out here this coming Saturday. Tell everybody about it.
We've been here 50 years. This is our celebration with our new facility, and want everybody to come out. We'll have a skid steer and backhoe rodeo at the same time.
First up, backhoe basketball. Picking up 3 basketballs and putting them in the bucket. Doing great in practice, Colin McElroy confidently stepped in first for us. Maneuvering the John Deere Backhoe 310J with pilot control, he dropped the first 2 basketballs and then became a John Deere in the headlights.
Did I miss again? I think I missed again. Oh, did I miss again? I think I missed again. Oh, I missed again. Oh, did I miss again?
You've got to be kidding me! Scoreless 7 minutes in, Colin calmed down and finally got the hang of it, getting the 3 balls in the bucket.
9:56 with 2 30-second penalties, which adds up to 10:56.
10:56.
Then I climbed in, and despite a few backhoe backcourt violations, I scooped and scored in 1 minute and 45 seconds, and then quickly soared and scored again.
Oh yeah, the extender.
Stretching the arm out for the final one, I struggled mightily, but persevered through.
Come on. It's in. It's in. Yes! That's what I'm talking about.
My time, 10 minutes and 25 seconds. To our LeBron James, Brandon Moore, and he set a blistering pace. Able to maneuver this massive machinery with ease, he opened up the scoop for scores, finishing in 4 minutes and 26 seconds. So Jared Cocky Stanley knew what he had to do to win.
Do the backhoe boogie. Do the backhoe boogie. You do the backhoe boogie. Do the backhoe boogie. You do the backhoe boogie and you turn yourself all around.
He boogied through in 1 minute and 44 seconds to win backhoe basketball. Then Phil Brewer used a mini excavator to dunk a softball in 3 cones in 1 minute and 3 seconds. Brandon Moore, 1 minute and 47 seconds. Myself, 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Colin, 1 minute and 36 seconds. So it's a loss as we lose the equipment rodeo.
Yellow House, beat Pete.
And I'm looking for somebody with metal detectors for a challenge, so email me if you have some.
Okay, thank you, Pete.